Mom.
Yes.
Today was your first day back at work.
It was.
We saw that it got a little rough last night for a while, but give me a play-by-play on how it was last night into this morning for the first time having to get up.
Well, it was pretty rough. Goose was very hungry last night and was wanting to eat constantly. Ryan slept pretty good though, but as a result, we were up pretty late when I had planned on getting in bed pretty early. It had started like before that because I didn't go grocery shopping until about 5 o'clock, so we didn't get to meal prep. So we didn't get to meal prep until late. May I help you, sir? So, it made for a late night anyway, and then it didn't help that, he was fatty McFat. So, but this morning I got on up. My alarm went off at 6, but I finally got up about 6:15. Bless you. And, I went ahead and nursed them and then got myself ready. And honestly, I could have left on time, but I didn't.
Why didn't you leave on time?
I was slow poking.
Why?
Because I didn't want to go.
First day back at work. Struggling beyond struggling. I don't even want to pull out of the driveway. But, it is what it is. I can do it. I'm a big girl. I didn't shed tears yet, so that's good. I sucked them suckers back, so we shall see how the day goes.
Well, it was rough, just like getting my mind wrapped around it more than anything. It was difficult for me to just be like, okay, let's do this. I mean, I started off the day that way, so after I nursed them, I went ahead and got myself dressed, which I had to change clothes, because, well, I didn't even change, I didn't even get it on. I had an idea of what I was going to wear this morning, but I didn't check it first, so it was all wrinkly, so I couldn't put that on, I had to put on something else. And got myself ready, got them dressed for the day, and by the time the sitter got here, I was pretty much ready to roll. I was bringing them downstairs, but I'm just like, okay, well, let me just wash the dishes real quick, and let me change the clothes over real quick. It's just anything to stall me leaving, I was doing it. So I didn't get to work till like almost 9 o'clock, but I made it, and I was there the whole day, and luckily Whitney had tons for me to do. That's who's been covering me for the past 3 months, and I was able to keep busy all day long, so I didn't even have to freak out that much. Bless you, man. I didn't have a lot of time to sit there and worry. It wasn't until about lunchtime when I saw everybody else, and everyone, of course, kept asking, and then I kind of got my feelings a little bit. So I just called to check on them. They were doing fine, and by then I only had a few more hours left in the day, so I just finished it out, pumped a couple times, so it was fine. It still sucks, but it was tolerable. I think I cried enough last week to where I didn't have to cry today. Last week, a sitter came over on Thursday and Friday just to kind of help ease me into it and not just pop up on Monday. But she came over Wednesday evening so we could just kind of talk, and I made her a whole like manual of about the kids and things that she'll need in the house, and just kind of our expectations, walked her through everything in just formal writing, because we had talked about things before, but just to have it all listed out. So making that manual made me feel 10 times better, because it was like, okay, these are everything that I expect. All my expectations are laid out. Anything the kids need laid out, any safety information laid out, and we just kind of got a clear understanding of what's going to happen. Well, then Thursday she came over, and it was a good day. I mean, nothing was wrong, but like that's when it sunk in. OMG, I'm going back to work. So Thursday night, I was trying to watch Scandal, couldn't even watch it. It was the premiere. And I was just sitting there holding them and crying. Like, it was really bad. And then you came and was like, oh, you want me to put the babies down? I'm just like, no, don't touch them. We're just going to sit here and cuddle. So it was real dramatic. But, I mean, I feel like I needed it, though. And I grieved a little bit because I knew I was leaving them this week. But so between Thursday and Friday, I just prayed a lot and cried. And so I prayed. I just been praying. That's honestly what's been getting me through, because we prayed on Sunday. I did one-on-one prayer at church, and we've prayed together. So it's just been making sure they are covered. I joked so much at the baby shower at all the Bible books that they got, that everybody want my babies to be saved. But that faith has come through in the clutch. Yeah, going back to work freaking sucks, but it was tolerable, it was doable. As long as I kept busy. It was when I had my downtime that it was, I'm like, okay, wonder what they're doing.
Let's talk about.
Well, I love my kids. I just feel like every day I find something else where it's like, geez, what were we doing before they came along? I just feel like my world has been completely rocked and I have no way of controlling it. But I'm not mad about it at all. Because everything takes a little bit more planning, but I just love them so much and it's so weird. Like, I love you, but I really love them. Not that I don't really love you, but it's just different.
Yeah, I got the back seat already now. I kind of don't even exist.
You exist.
Nah, not really.
You're like the glue of the house. Like, you are definitely have stepped up and just total head of the household.
It's because I'm tall.
No, that's not what I mean. You're short. But, just filling in the gaps that, used to be, I feel like they used to be pretty much on my plate. And you have just really picked up the slack so I can focus on them or focus on me if it needs to be. Like, I'm worn out and I can't, and I need some errand time. All right, well, let me take the kids and you just go lay down or whatever. So, you've been awesome. So, I was completely opposed to cloth diapers because I just feel like it's more of a hassle than it's worth. But realistically, they're not that bad. I started using them and they're not bad. I just do more laundry. But it's not terrible at all if they're wet. Now, when they poop, that's a different story. It requires a little bit more work, a few more steps. But it's not the end of the world. Like, I thought it was going to be awful. But we only have one baby in cloth diapers so far. Ryan cannot fit them yet. So I may feel completely different in a few weeks once she's big enough to wear them. But right now, they're not the end of the world. For right now, my husband's a genius. My husband's a genius. My husband's a genius.
Bam.